What is up, guys? Welcome back to Mateo Family Vibes. Welcome back to the channel. Now, have you ever heard of an executive checkup? Have you ever heard of an executive checkup? Now, if you're Filipino or if you've lived here in the Philippines for quite some time, I'm probably sure you've heard of what an executive checkup is. Now, coming from the States, we don't use that kind of terminology of executive checkup, but essentially an executive checkup is just a fancy way of saying a yearly, I would consider it like a yearly checkup, a medical checkup, right? Where you could have all of your blood work, ultrasounds, x-rays, and kind of all that stuff bundled into one and get it all done in one day. Now, I ran into some things the past couple of weeks where I wanted to get, my kind of the yearly blood work, all of the yearly kind of medical stuff that I normally get done. I wanted it to be done in a package, essentially, because before even thinking about getting like an executive checkup, basically, my primary care doctor would just give me the scripts, and then I would just go get all the stuff done individually and call it a day or whatnot. But I heard that there was a way to basically get everything done on one day in one sitting, and it would be a heck of a lot cheaper than paying for everything individually like I was before. Hence, here comes the executive checkup. Now, I actually went around to different hospitals and checked out what an executive checkup would get me at different hospitals. So hospitals like Makati Medical Center, hospitals like St. Luke's Medical Center, hospitals like VRP Medical Center, and even the medical city in Ortigas. So I'm going to share what they gave me as far as what the packages are for executive checkup. So at least you yourself could have an idea as to what comes with an executive checkup, how much it costs, and whether or not it's something that you should do if you're either planning to come to the Philippines and you haven't had a checkup in a long time. This would probably be a good thing for you to do while you're here in Manila. Now, all of the prices that I'm going to share with you, basically, you don't need insurance, okay? There's no insurance needed. You could just, set the appointments and then pay for the services and then call it a day. There's no requirements as far as insurance or anything like that. So let's go ahead and let's go through all of the different options that I was given from the different hospitals. Now, I'm going to share with you literally just direct paperwork, what I got, so you can see all the different prices and all the different services, and we can kind of compare them and you can see which one best fits you, essentially. Now, I got to tell you that some hospitals organized it a heck of a lot easier than others. So, you gotta kind of bear with me as I show you the information. So I'm gonna actually just switch over to the computer. So literally I can show you all of the documents that they sent me that includes the services and prices for each hospital. So without further ado, let's move over to the computer. All right, guys, so now that we are on the computer, let's go through all the different options. First is going to be the medical city. Now, specifically, this is the medical city in Ortigas. I do not know if this goes to all of the other medical cities that are in different cities. So please keep that in mind. If you want, the information, as you can see, is right there on the page. You can scan the code if you want to get the information. I personally emailed the medical city to receive the information because it's not on their website, or I couldn't find it on their website. So they emailed me all this information. And the same thing with St. Luke's as well. But we'll get to St. Luke's here in a second. So medical city, this is basically what their packages are going to be for the executive checkups. So here we go. You have a variety of different, checkups that you could do and the prices. Now, the prices themselves, obviously, these are going to be in pesos. But just to give you some context as far as how much this is, granted, this is, as of, 1st of September, let's say. So obviously the currency changes every single day, so just keep that in mind. But 23,000 pesos is about basically $400 in USD. 42,000, it's going to be about $731. 47,200 pesos. That's going to be about $821. So you get around, what the prices are going to be. 45,725 pesos. That's going to be about $800 as well. 796. One of the more expensive one, 59,985. That's about $1,044 USD. And the most expensive one on this list are 87,000 pesos. It's going to be about $1,500. So the most expensive thing on this list would cost you $1,514 as at the current rates that we have for the dollar. Here are the packages for the different suites. If you wanted to basically stay there, you could essentially stay in the hospital, get all the tests done, and get everything done in one shot, and you could stay the night at the hospital. These are the prices for the rooms, if you wanted to do that. Now moving over to St. Luke's. So here are the packages and the pricing for those packages. Now, very important to understand that this one here, the outpatient packages, this is basically for you going to the center and you're not spending a night there. This is pretty much like you can do this all in one day, okay? But you could see they have packages for teens, basic health, more cardio, metabolic screening, diabetes health, weight management health, and then golden health screenings. Now, here's the kicker though. You could see that even the most expensive package, right, the golden health screening, is only 28,268 pesos. Okay, that's basically about $492 in today's current exchange rate. So essentially, let's say $500 is the most expensive package that you can get for outpatient at St. Luke's Hospital in BGC. So one of the best hospitals in the entire country. The most you could spend is $500 on their golden health screening. Now, there is obviously, they have options for you to add more things to it if you want to, but that's out of specific packages, that's what you can get. And then obviously the prices go up depending on whether you want to stay there overnight, to do this over a multitude of days, or whatever the case may be. And you can see the suites and how much they all cost. But let's move on to the actual packages from St. Luke's. Again, in order to get this information, I just simply emailed them, filled out a quick form, and then they emailed me back the information with all the forms if I wanted to move forward with it. But here are the packages for the first one, which is Teen Health Package. Essentially, this is what you get. Basic screening, CBC, chest x-ray, urinalysis, you get it. And it's 6,989 pesos. This is basically $122 to get your teen from ages from 10 to 18 years old for a full package health screening. If you go on to the next one, so here we have the basic health screening. This is everything that includes in the basic health screening. Here is the cardio metabolic screening. This is everything that includes in that one. The diabetes screening, and then the weight management screening. Okay, so this is basically what those packages that I just showed you at the very beginning of the page here, right? These prices, these are all the outpatient prices. This is what those packages basically include. Okay, so take a screenshot or whatever. Email them if you want this particular link to this. Here's the golden health screening, and this is again for individuals 50 years old and above. All right, so again, the older that you are, you get basically the most expensive package. But then here are the add-ons that you can get, and then the inclusions that included as well in that package. And then of course they do have add-ons for females, add-ons for males. I mean, it's pretty customizable, honestly. And if we go here, you can actually see what the actual add-ons would be. Very important to note that this is outpatient quotation. So this is all outpatient. This is you not staying in the hospital. This is you going in and then coming back out that same day. But essentially, these are the prices for different add-ons if you wanted to add on something that's not included already in the package. Okay, here are more add-ons that you can add. These would be add-ons if you're doing inpatient in private rooms or in suites. But you can already see a stark comparison from the medical city, right? The medical city prices compared to the St. Luke's prices, right? Big difference in prices. So you can already see that, everything in BGC is not, the most expensive as it is. Ortigas is way more expensive than BGC. Now, moving over to the last one that I have here, which is VRP Medical Center. That's in Mandaluyong. That is essentially the hospital that's right down the street from where I live. These are the packages that they sell here. Executive standard check, 6,400 pesos. Again, that's roughly about $111. They have the executive men's checkup, which is 12,600. That's about $219 for that checkup. And then here's checkups for women's, 14,400 pesos, 17,900. If you want to do the metabolic test, 15,000 pesos, which is essentially $261. And then, of course, the premium for the 50 and up folks, 15,400. So it's only 400 pesos more for, the executive checkup for 50-year-olds and up when it comes to VRP Medical Center. And then they do have a diabetes checkups. So these are all the different checkups that you can get. Okay, and so these are pretty much very simply all comprehensive checkups, and I think that you could essentially benefit huge, obviously, from any of these places, whether it be VRP, whether it be obviously St. Luke's, or whether it be the medical city. Obviously, they all have their own different things. Obviously, I would tell you, check out each individual package, because as you can see, if you go into, let's say, this comprehensive male health for the medical city, you can see that it includes a lot of different consultations that other facilities may not immediately include in the package, which would obviously make the price go up, because you're seeing a lot of different specialists that you may not see if you choose a different package at a different location. So good thing to take these screenshots if you're watching this video on the YouTube channel and compare them, or again, contact them yourself and get these so you can literally compare them side by side and see what is better for you, specifically for what you're looking for. All right guys, so there you go. That was all of the different services that they provide from all of the different hospitals, for including all of the different prices. So hopefully this brought you a lot of insight as to what the cost is for doing an executive checkup that's basically all inclusive for whatever specific thing you want to get. Now, I have already scheduled an executive checkup, so I can go ahead and get that service done. And in next video, 2 videos from now, I don't know when it'll be released, but I will share my experience with it and share with you which one I'll be getting an executive checkup with. And no, it's not St. Luke's, so there you go. So we'll check out, the services. I'll share with you my experience, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I'll be 100% honest with you like I always am. So hopefully this video, guys, brought you some insight into what to expect, what to look forward to, and most importantly, the prices for the different services that they offer here for executive checkups in the Philippines, specifically in the Manila area. But until the next video, guys, please make sure that you share, subscribe, comment to the channel. Let me know if you live in a different city, maybe if you live out in Parañaque, or if you live out in Las Piñas, or even in Cebu, or Mindanao, whatever region you live in. If you've had an executive checkup before in one of the hospitals over there, share your thoughts in the comment below so I know what the prices are down there in different regions, and we'll have a chat in the comments. But as always, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.